Mark, what's your feeling on the transfer or the lack of it?
Well, first of all, the line out of that is people think we've got a lot of money in the bank. That's not the case. And I have to say, I think that the criticism towards the Rangers board post the Celtic defeat on Saturday is a bit unfair. They've put, there's probably 5 or 6 of them, Barry, that have put millions and millions and millions into Rangers in the past 5 or 6 years. You think of the money that they gave Steven Gerrard, first of all, and his entourage, his backroom staff, the improvements at Ajax, the improvements at Ibrox Stadium, the improvements at Auchenhowie, the training centre, not to mention all the players. Yeah. So that there's been some investment put in that. The players that they brought in under Steven Gerrard. But at some point, the guys who have put their money in need to get their money back out. They weren't donations, they were loans. Yeah. So if they're saying, look, now we've got the money in for Bassey, we've got the Champions League, but first of all, priority, we want to start taking their money back out. And then whatever's left, you start dripping back in it. But it's not like they didn't give the manager anything of a kitty. They've given him something to go and work with. He's got them into the Champions League. And I think Barry's right. As Craig Moore says, there wasn't any point in signing jersey fillers.
No, I don't think he would do that. I mean, the only reason why he would go out and sign somebody is he's going to either get in the starting 11 or push to get in the starting 11. It's pointless signing players just to sit on the bench or sit in the stand. If Gio had seen a player that he really wanted, I'm sure they'd have tried their best to back him.
Billy, you can read a balance sheet better than us. What do you feel about that?
Well, I think what people need to realise is it's okay saying that you get 40 million for the Champions Leagues, but they don't have that 40 million just now. That's gate receipts, that's stuff that will come down the line. The same with the Aribo money and the same with the Bassey money. They won't be paid £20 million up front for Bassey, it'll be paid in instalments. So it's okay saying, yeah, they've brought in 100 million. That 100 million will come over the next so many months or whatever. And you're right, there's people that's put millions of pounds into it that will be looking to take some of that money back or whatever else. But I think Rangers are still trying to recover from where they were, and I think we're probably a wee bit further in front by the fact of a European final, etc. So I think there's got to be a bit of a realistic viewpoint on certain aspects of it. And I totally agree with you. There's no point just going out and getting another guy to sit on the bench. It's got to be people that's going to fill your first 11.
But also people do forget, Mark made a good point. Billy, you've been inside Ibrox, and I'm sure a lot of them. See, 3 or 4 years ago, it was run down. Yeah. There's millions needed spent on it. The training ground was falling apart, and there was millions spent in that.
You happy with it now? Is it looking good?
Yeah, you can see the difference. I think you can see the difference in
back to 5-star the way you like it.
It's
well, you do. I mean,
it should be, because for me, it's the best stadium about. So, and they're doing stuff outside it. They're doing new suites and whatever. They're spending an absolute fortune on. They're not just putting it all into the football. They're using it the way that I think they need to use it. But in time, Billy's right. You don't get all that money just bang straight in your bank account.
Yeah.